Here we are at the Bachelor Museum. I'm here in person, live, with my notes to tell you all that you need to know about the Bachelor Museum. The building was built in the mid 20th century with 36,000 square foot, but the actual building was named after Andreas Bachelor, who was a Charlotte resident but Swiss native individual who, because of inheritance, inherited about 1,400 pieces of fine art sculptures of the mid 20th European century. Using that collectively with family wealth, the Bachelor Museum opened in January 10th and has been a modern museum of art since. So, with me here is Mario Botta. He is a Swiss master architect, mostly known for his minimalistic style as well as his use of traditional materials. That's something that you take away from looking at the facade of the Bachelor Museum straight away. His use of traditional masonry, as well as the offset glazing behind it, gives you a chance to start to read his rhythm and how he likes to layer materials. When designing this museum specifically, he really wanted the museum to be an icon and part of the urban fabric. Mario Borta uses layers again on the street view of his building, um, and it displays a very strong sculptural power that connects the dynamic of both inside and outside. So, the dynamic of the people occupying the building and looking at the art versus the people occupying the street looking into the building. A key design element for the four-story, as you all might have guessed, the most notable feature of the building is these layered terracotta tiles that tie back to that sculptural presence, that tie back to it being offset from the glazing for the layering process. And in an opinion based analysis, I would tell you that that's not the main reason it's there. So the tiles, because of their texture and because their similarities and relationship to what like a sculptural material is, really invites people to actually go near the building, touch the building, enter the building, and occupy the building. But more importantly, walk around the building. What does this all mean? It means that the building's urban presence is very powerful. And this is mainly A, because of the terracotta tiles we were talking about, but B, its contrast to its surrounding context. Right next to it over here, we're looking at it because we're here live together. I can see it right now. There's another museum, and this museum is the same program, and it also uses masonry on its exterior. Why is this one, or is this one more beneficial to the urban landscape than the other? Um, I would answer yes, in that the Bachelor Museum is a lot more beneficial to Charlotte's urban landscape. So, lastly, to pay respect to the Bachelor family for giving us this great museum, let's talk a little about their journey and who they are and how the Bachelor Museum actually came from them. So, who is the Bachelor family? This is them. Um, so, during the 1950s, two brothers began their visit to Kunsthaus Museum in Zurich. They frequented a lot of galleries, bought a lot of art, made a lot of art friends. Um, and these like really early forays into the art world um, helped them amass a really, really incredible collection. The depth and diversity of time periods, mediums, just types of art, some of them were equal like performance arts. That's how diverse it was. Um, it just defined who they were. That's what it started to do. And it began to get passed on. One thing led to inheritance, one thing led to being a resident in Charlotte with a strong sense of actually using art for a collection publicly, helped source what the Bachelor Museum is today. Um, so if you really want to understand the Bachelor Museum, just think of Andreas, which is right here, this one. Yeah. Think of him being like, what an incredible journey this has been. I never thought that I would have so much art that I would have to put it in a public art museum.